Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back. So let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today I have another one for you guys. Well, another few, actually. This is going to be more of my first unboxing of multiple blades, knives, that are in here. I didn't want to bore you guys with just one knife per, so thought we can share the excitement together and open up this big heavy thing. And I think there's like 4 or 5 knives in here, so I figured, you know, why not share the excitement with everybody, as I normally like to say. So let's go ahead and open it up. There's a pull tab here. I wasn't going to use my knife to open up a box full of knives, but could have been fine just either way. Once again, sorry about the humming. I have fans going in here. It's been really hot lately, so just bear with me. I do apologize. So, as you can see, a bunch of green boxes, and those green boxes are all CRKT. Columbia River Knife and Tool. So this, I guess, will be kind of like a multi-video, but I'm gonna do each one separately in separate videos of this unboxing, so you guys see it in real time, I guess. But yeah, so the knives I have in this box, I have the Tighe Tac 2, and I don't know if you guys know what Tighe is, but I believe his name is Brian Tighe, and he makes custom knives. And he makes really, really expensive, awesome custom knives. No, I do not have any of Brian Tighe's knives. But today, I think I'm going to have some of his collaborations with CRKT. His knives, his custom-made knives, are extremely expensive. They're like between $500 to $1,000 from what I heard. But yeah, here's the Tighe Tac 2. And here goes the Radic. And oh, the BT Fighter. It's also Brian Tighe Fighter that's in here. And last but not least, we got the M16 14 Zlek. Z-L-E-K Carson M16. I was hoping that this big one was actually going to be the Tighe Fighter, but it's not. This one is the Brian Tighe Fighter, and that's fine. Seems like a big box, so let's check it out. Firstly, I'm just going to get rid of all this. That's trash. Oh, I'm also expecting another package today, but that's probably not going to be posted till later, and that's okay. You know what? How about for the effect, I'll just put CRKT boxes right there. Boom. What is he doing? He's got CRKT. I'm a CRKT fanboy for now. CRKT has been giving a lot of good stuff out. Not giving, I'm sorry, putting out a lot of good stuff. And I'm hooked on CRKT for the moment. And as you know, CRKT stands for Columbia River Knife and Tool. And it's great. I love their stuff. Good prices for what you get. So let's go ahead and start off with the BT Fighter. I've kind of had my eye on these knives for a little while now, probably about a year or so. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. Hold up. Scusi, I'm trying to... Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. Alright, so, as you can tell, you get the cheapy, thin, flimsy box. We got some reading material, and I love what CRKT puts out, reading material, because it's actually kind of comical. They don't have... Oh, here it is. Here it is. How to avoid being asked to work the weekend by your boss. Tell your boss you have family emergency, fake an illness, cut a hole in the ceiling with a kiss knife and climb out. And this right here is the kiss knife. Thinking about getting that one too. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I really do like their collaboration with their little drawings and stuff. I think it's really funny. So you got some literature that's actually worth reading without it being too boring, I guess. I like that. Comes in a plastic sleeve. Oh. And I believe that is aluminum. Yeah, that is anodized aluminum. Alright. I don't really have any specs on the... Hold on. I'm so sorry. Now I need to bust out. I need to be able to make sure that I'm giving you guys the right information on that knife. Bear with me for a moment. It's just gonna be a moment. Just give me a moment. Uno momento. Alright. So, it's a very interesting pocket clip. It's like a deep carry Y-shaped pocket clip with the CRKT on there, and it's got a ball kind of closure right there. You got jimping on the spine, and this is aluminum. This handle scale is aluminum. Or is that a reinforced plastic? I believe it's aluminum. Pocket design, bearing, tie, warranty, ball bearing pivots. Okay, so this is probably just plastic. It's probably just a glass-filled nylon of some sort, but I thought it was aluminum. I should have had that ready for you guys. Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. Everything feels ergonomic. This is an awesome knife. And of course you have the Tonto tip, which I'm a fan of Tonto tips. BT Fighter Tighe design, and it does have the IKBS ball bearing system stamp on there, so that way you know this thing is going to be a really smooth open every time. Now this has a very interesting lockup. As you can tell, there is no liners, or no liner lock, and then there is no back lock. But what it does have is a button lock, and that's this right here. So that's a very interesting design. I've heard that that's kind of like the footprint of Brian Tighe's custom knives, not through CRKT, but through his actual designs that are probably worth more than I can afford right now. But it does have a flipper, and it does have a thumb opener, so you can open it any way you want to. I really like that checkered pattern on there. And don't quote me, but I thought this was aluminum. And the way it feels like a plastic. Anyways, ergonomics are great. Fits in the hand. This right here, there's like a small indentation right here for the flipper, right here, that turns into kind of like a finger guard. But you got jimping right on the side of the spine of the blade right here, so when you have it in full grip, it just feels really good. Of course, the blade length is a little less than pared off, but it's not bad at all. You got the button lock feature, which there's very minimal up and down play. Like, you can kind of see it. That's not me moving the knife, that's the blade actually moving up and down. But I think it's due to the actual, you can kind of see it move just a hair. It's not bad. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, this is a brand new knife, so I don't know if it's going to get better over time or if it's going to get worse. But I'm not used to the kind of button lock, excuse me. I don't know how strong the button lock is either, but it seems to hold it pretty well. Yeah, because now, if I'm really trying, I can get it to move. But if I'm moving it at the base, I don't see any movement. So I don't know if that's just a lockup feature or whatever. But there's no side-to-side play. There's very, very minimal up and down play, just ever so slightly. Is that bad? Well, I guess that depends on how you see it. But it feels great. This knife feels really good. So the price point on this is $60.13. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some specs on it. I want to be able to get you guys all the information on this particular knife when needed. So if you guys want to buy it, you guys know what to expect. Alright, so let's see how much this thing weighs. Alright, 4.95 ounces, so under 5 ounces. It's still going to be a little bit of a heavy knife, but I mean the sweet spot is around about like 4, and then the max being 5. You got this huge lanyard hole right here, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but hey, do with it what you will, right? See how wide it is. Pull out the calipers real quick. 14.0, and let's get that on the blade there. 3.1 millimeters. So, about average. Not too bad. I'm so used to there being like a different closure to this, I have to push the button in order to close it. Not a bad knife. I think I'm going to carry this today just to see how it feels. So, that's going to be awesome. Alright, last but not least, ooh! Oh, I touched the blade right there. Alright. Didn't cut myself yet, guys. I know it's going to happen some point in time, but bear with me until I do. Alright, so you're looking at 3.5 inch blade. From the pivot, if you're holding it the way that you're supposed to hold it, you do have a 4-inch reach. So that's still a pretty huge knife, all in all. Overall, you're looking at a little bit over 8.5 inches. And that is from tip to the very end right here. So a little over 8.5 inches, not too bad. This is sharp because I just touched the blade, and you can still kind of see, you see that little white speck right there? That's my skin. That was my skin. That is not a piece of debris. That was my skin that bit off of my thumb right here. Good thing I got calluses, right? Anyways, so yeah, let's see how this thing cuts so I can close out the video. Oh, and before I forget, there are liners in there. There's one that I can see and another one, but they're really far recessed back there, and I think it's for the stability. But it is still pretty decently lightweight. Decently thin. It's not that huge, but I'm pretty sure the pocket clip is going to make it really funky to carry because it's that wide. I've never carried anything with this kind of pocket clip before. Now you're probably wondering, how sharp is it? Well, let me bust out some paper. There we go. And we'll just cut. This thing is hecka sharp. Really, really sharp. Let's see how the tip is. And that was just barely a push. It caught on real quick. So this is great. I enjoy this knife already. So I want to see what kind of blade steel it is because it doesn't state it. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, this video is dragging on a little bit longer because of the whole unboxing thing. Stonewash carry. Okay, so typical 8CR13 MOV steel is on this. Handle is glass reinforced fiber polyamide, that's what it states. And folding knife with button lock, which is true. But they call this the EDC, and someone commented that it is a great self-defense knife. So I'm obviously not going to assume that this is good for self-defense unless I ever have to use it as one, which I hope and pray that day never comes. But, I mean, yeah, Tonto-shaped blades are great for self-defense, as far as I've learned. But yeah, so very typical knife, like I said, around 60-something bucks. You can switch the pocket clip from this side or to this side. It's only tip-up carry only, which is fantastic. I love tip-up carry. And then, of course, you got the trademark Brian Tighe pivot, which I think is really interesting. It's kind of like a, almost like a cross, or like a really awesome Piratey X. Either way, really cool stuff. See you guys in the next one. Later.